Well, I'm going against the stuff. I'm going to toss everything to the side. I'm going to go back to the big 3, well, big 4 or 5 now, whatever else is added. I'm going to start working on this in June, in the first week or second week of June, depending how the weather is. I just got done spitting rain and the clouds are kind of breaking up, so coming out here to do a video. Now, I was out here messing with the door a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of propped up, but I need to take these bolts in with me, or at least one of them, get the proper size, 5 of them, so that way I could put the door on, fix that spot right here, straighten it, so that way the door is kind of straight, and put the door on. Make sure I fix some stuff right here, just temporarily, because here's the thing. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I should have thought about this last year, because I could have been working on this last year. Instead of going for the roof swap, I'm going to cut off a certain section over here to help alleviate a lot of the stress from the metal. And plus, a lot of that stuff on top is no good anyways. But once I get the door fixed and put on, make sure the door gap's okay, I'm gonna blow up a picture and make sure I get the proper angle, because the window goes somewhere around here, so the window's not very big on these, in honesty. I was looking from 71 to 74. Looks like a 71 Plymouth Satellite is going to help me with the angle, because it's pretty much the same damn angle right here from 71 to 74. So I'm going to blow a picture up, make a cardboard cut out of it, do the best as I can for a proper reference. I've asked for help on a lot of people. They don't want to help out, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it on my own. No more easy mode in that factor, which is a shame. But anyways, back to the picture. Once I get the door on, fixed and everything, that way swings, get the door gap okay, then I'll just go ahead and put the angle in, strip the paint off, take everything else off, and heat it up and just push it out. Now, I've never really heated something like this before. I've just done, roof swaps and stuff like that, or just straighten stuff up. Something like this, like I was doing last year, just for a fun video, or the year prior, I can't remember now. But this, I've never really heated up a window post before, or the support post right here. I've tried to find stuff online on how to do it properly, because people, it just sounds like you just heat it up, push it out, and just let it cool down. I don't know. I'm nervous and unsure about that factor, because again, I've never heated up a post right here and used a power porter on it, or straightened it in some way, shape, or form, and went from there. So, but there is some stuff that I do have a reference from one side, and of course just flip it. See, this side's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. So I could use a reference on this side. The water drain spout right here, well, that's why I call it, is still pretty good. I think this spot right here is just lightly stressed because of the paint chip right here, and I thought this post was no good. I'm an idiot. I cannot find proper front angles for the, sorry, the wind's picking up. I cannot find proper front profiles of the Satellite and Roadrunners from 71 and 74. But this darn thing's angled. I'm so used to working on a lot of the older cars where they're, they're just straight up and everything, or light angle, but no, this has got one heck of an angle. If I can actually get it in the middle. Yeah, look at that. I don't need much work right here. So I might get a cardboard cutout from on this side, but I still don't quite trust it to a certain extent, because I know there's light stress because of the paint right here, with stuff going over that way. So I know the back right here is perfect. I know that for a fact. I keep on saying that because the measurements to what I did find on certain angles on the cars from the back profiles matches up. You have no idea how many hours I have spent taking a perfect, proper picture in the back right here and matching it up with the other cars in the online, because this is at an angle, sitting at a side like that because it's blocked, and then try to lightly judge it and kind of adjust the picture around. But this side's perfect, but up to right here I don't quite trust it. I know it's slightly bent, so I might actually get my cardboard cutout on this side, but again, I don't know. So this weekend I'll pick up some cardboard and cut it from that side and make it for this side. So I got pictures from online, from everything, but I just don't, I'm just not familiar with heating up the post right here and straightening it. So, but yeah, I'll get a little saw, cut out some stuff right here, because the entire roof needs to be replaced, guys. This thing's gone. But this right here, I'm not sure how too much of a difference it is from that side. So again, cardboard cutout from over there from the angle, then put it over on this side and just kind of judge it. Almost ready to contradict my own words. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. I'm not sure how much damage is on this side, but everything back here from what I measured beforehand is pretty damn straight. So I want to consider this part one of the process to get the Roadrunner. Now, here's the thing that's going to happen. I'm going to ask the community here, our community that's following us, I'm going to need help on measurements in the front here. I'm going to save this wheel well as best as I can. I need to take off, you know, the factory welds from right here, straighten stuff up, because the right side, I guess, is pretty damn good. It's there's nothing wrong with it. But of course, this side's a little warped, because it kind of went in, so a lot of banging, a lot of measuring and stuff like that. But when I get this off, I want to take, when I get it over there, of how long it's going to sit, when I put on some blocks, I'm going to need some help. I don't know if anyone has access to somebody or whatever that has from like a 71 to 74 satellite or a Roadrunner. I need measurements from the inside of the rails and on the outside of the rails to see on how wide it is, along with pictures and how straight it is, and the perfect profile shot from the middle on how stuff right here should be, including when I take this all off, because this right here, this front support suspension, it's shot. I don't trust it, and plus it needs to be replaced for the Hellcat engine. But once I get this entire front off, I'm still going to keep it back just in case if something else comes along. It's no good, but still, you know, reason why I want to keep it back is for references on for whatever possible front that I may get for the Hellcat engine to fit in here, to see on where the center is for, you know, to place the engine at. Because, you know, this is very specific. I know I'm going to have to shave some stuff off that firewall and some other, you know, things here and there and blah, blah, blah. But all the measurements from the inside and outside of the rail, from underneath of the firewall to the middle here and to the front and to the very front of the rails, how straight they need to be. And once I get stuff off right here, this side rail right here, I think is the only one that needs to be straightened. Of course, I'll check both sides. But I need to check on the angle to the spot right here for the front rail, because I think it might be pushed a little up right here instead of to the side. I need to get a different radiator support in the front. That thing's no good. I won't save that back. So I guess once I get done to a certain extent on the 58 Fairlane Cherry Bomb Victoria, yeah, I'm organizing stuff over there. And 58 Biscayne's gonna have to wait a little bit, because materials and price have gone way up, and it's out of my price range right now. So I guess next month and the first or second week, I'm gonna start working on this. I'm not sure how it's gonna go for the process right here, because I've never really heated up a spot right here before. I thought I did, but I was trying to think. It's like, no, what? No, I did not. I was just mainly doing roof swaps and stuff like that, because that's what I was wanting to do, a full roof swap, you know, replace both posts. But no, I just need to heat it up to a certain extent, you know, push it up right here and a couple sides and make sure stuff is straight. And I think the middle right here, I need to once I get the English wheel and all the proper stuff to fix it, fix the skeletal structure underneath here, take a whole bunch of pictures, and then I guess skin this to a certain extent, dig all this stuff out right here, find the factory welds, peel all this up on both sides so far back, and I guess cut up so far back, and then see on what I can do right here, and then get a roof skin on. I'm not sure how long of a process that will be, but some cut off roofs do pop up on eBay from time to time at a decent price, but I haven't seen one in a year. So yeah, there y'all go for a surprise video on Thursday, the first or second week of June. I'm gonna start working on this because I'm almost done with some yard work to a certain extent, and I'll start working on Cherry Bomb Victoria, and then I'll jump over to this one and go from there. So don't know what else to say other than I just need help from the community on the front right here. I really hate to ask for help because, you know, I don't want to bother anybody, but I want to need some help on getting proper measurements for the front right here. So I'm going to take matters into my own hands and just make all the body stuff on my own. But they do have body panels back here to replace all this stuff, so I'm happy about that. Since the salvage yards or junkyards want to help out with the roof, but I can get doors, I can get trunks, I can get bumpers, I can get everything else for this car. But I'm not sure about the hood yet. I don't know how big the Hellcat engine is going to be in this. So I don't know how long of a process it's going to take me to get this car from start to finish, because funding is not very decent right now. It's just to go out and buy a Hellcat engine, the 6.2. I almost thought about changing this into something bigger, but you know, cat, turn into a cat. So pretty much ends the video there. Do apologize for bringing along the stuff about this, you know, and all the decisions and decidefulness, and you know, I'm just, like I said before, I just take matters into my own hands, and that's what I'm gonna have to do, because like I said, I can get everything else for the car except, you know, too pricey for the roof, and the hood scoops, the proper ones for these, are very, very expensive. So I'm going to turn this 318 car into a 6.2 liter Hellcat. Now I just got to clean all the gunk out of this, and I'll do that sometime next week. So thank you all for the support that you've shown us. And again, I do apologize for delaying this project. I'm just going to go ahead and just do. So please take in consideration in liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'll start showing everyone of the stuff that I do know. I don't know everything, and just go from there. So Roadrunner Hellcat project is soon to be underway, finally. So, and do a restoration with the 76 Valère Roadrunner Super Coupe alongside of this. And that will get a 4-barrel. I don't know. I think that was just, I can't remember if it was either a 2-barrel or 4-barrel now. So much stuff has happened. So, y'all have a good one now. Take care and stay safe. See you later, and thanks again.